Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elisa and I am the Self Mastery Princess. If this is your first time, welcome. If this is your second time, welcome back. Give me a hug. Hey, happy to have you. So we are doing a series on self-mastery, the different steps. Yesterday or day before yesterday, we talked about identifying those limiting beliefs and how to overcome them. Today, we are continuing the next tenet in self-mastery is to practice mindfulness. Practice your Zen, your dojo, your peace, staying present, staying in the now. One of my most favorite books is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. That book changed my life. It showed me how to take practical steps on how to stay in the moment. There are no troubles in right now. There are troubles in the past. There may be troubles in the future. But right now, in this moment that I have with you, there are no troubles. This is a huge part on the journey to self-mastery. Practicing mindfulness. When you wake up in the morning, make it a point to do some type of meditation. If it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever your schedule may allow you, but quieting your mind is so important because there's a lot of different mental chatter going on. And a lot of the time, if you let that run, it disrupts you. It disrupts what you're doing. It disrupts the different things in your life. So you got to be able to have practical ways to know, okay, I'm overthinking. This is what I'm doing. How do I stay mindful and stay in the present moment? One example, as you're eating your food, don't just eat your food. Eat your food. Smell your food. Taste your food. Like what the flavors are like. That's one quick way to stay mindful. When you are driving, look at the one thing I love to do when I'm driving. I love to look at the clouds and just dream and wonder and just marvel in the beautiful creation that God has given us. Like, I look around when I'm getting ready and I'm doing my hair and my makeup. I'm like in it, like I'm curling the hair with everything I have. Like, just being in that present moment, staying mindful is so important because it really does bring you back to an equilibrium. It brings you back to peace. It brings you back to a place of Zen. And this also helps you to stay present. And being present, not only does it help with your self-awareness, but it helps you with your relationships that you're building. The next time you have a conversation, really be present. Really listen to what the other person is saying. Ask them questions. Get excited. Feel their energy. Like, you'll notice that as you're in that present moment, there is nothing else that's more important. And if you practice this every single day, you will be a master of yourself, and everyone around you will love you more, and they'll be so happy that you're around because you're giving them that undivided attention. How many times have we been out and this has happened to me where I might go out with a girlfriend and she's on her phone the whole time, and it's like, it's so low vibe. It's like, babe, why? I could have stayed home. So if you can practice that presence, like being in the moment, really being mindful. And another aspect of this is like, be mindful of what you say and how you say it, and the impact and the energy you want to bring in. This is one key thing that I like to add on top of mindfulness. So not in a like overthinking kind of way, but what kind of vibe do you want to bring? Do you want to bring the fun? Do you want to be a little mysterious? Do you want to bring that confident vibe? Ladies, you know what I mean. Like, create and develop this vibe so that when you're going places, it's like, yeah, like this is something I know how to do. Like, this is what I want to do. So focus on doing that. Focus on really being in a present moment. Focus on really building up who you are. And the thing about mindfulness, it helps you with your stress. It helps you with your sleep. It helps you with your overall mood. And there are just countless ways that it benefits your overall everyday life. And the best way that you can start to focus on your mindfulness and be present is to first accept yourself. This is something I had to learn. Accept yourself in your entirety, okay? The self when you first wake up, the self when you're beautiful, the self when you're angry, the self when you make a mistake, the self when you're embarrassed, the self that, like, accept yourself, like who you are. That's a huge thing on a journey to self-mastery, ladies. So many times we only want to accept our good side. We only want to accept the side that we show the public and how we, appear. But it's okay to accept yourself with a little bit of an attitude. Yourself that doesn't make the best decisions. Yourself that has imperfections, and you embrace those about yourself. Like, that's how you're really going to get control over yourself, because you're not going to feel this insane pressure to be perfect. That was something I dealt with for a very long time. Like, I used to feel like if I didn't look away, or I didn't speak away, or I didn't do something like in the right way, that I was somewhat less than, or my worthiness was questioned. And no, accept who you are. You get to be enough today. You are enough right now. You are enough because you woke up this morning, period. That is all, and that is it. You can do the breathing practices. You can say the affirmations. You can do all of those things. But if you don't accept who you are, and I'm not talking about this like fake, no, like you really like, okay, this is who I am. The good, the bad, the ugly. I love all of it. I love every part of Lisa. If you don't do that root, like get to that root, all this other stuff I'm talking about is not going to be beneficial. You have to accept who you are. There's nobody better than you. You're not better than anybody, and nobody is better than you. Love who you are. Love yourself today, however you are, with the blemishes, if you're overweight, if you're underweight, if your hair isn't in place, when your hair is in place. Like, love and accept who you are 100%, as best as you know how. And if there is something, like for me, if there is something I want to improve on, I say, you know what? I'm going to love myself through me losing this weight. I'm going to love myself through my skin clearing up. I'm going to love myself as my hair grows. And guess what? Like, I went through this whole thing. I had this whole story about how I couldn't grow my hair and this and that. You guys see my hair. My hair has grown so nicely. And guess what? I stopped worrying about it. I stopped making myself feel bad. And I accepted where I was. And what magically happened? Boom. My hair started to grow. Same thing with the weight. Same thing with anything else. Accept where you are. Love who you are. Be mindful. Live in the moment. Live with no regrets. Live carefree. Laugh. Enjoy yourself. As you're doing all of this, is all mindfulness. I'm so silly, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm like on here talking to you guys, having a good time. I look to find joy throughout my day. Like, it's just, life is so hard. You can sit and you can look at how things are bad, how things never work out for you. You can let all of these negative thoughts take over and control your life, or you can choose to be mindful and be present in the moment. And when you see those thoughts coming in, you breathe. I'm okay. You breathe. Things work out for me. You go outside, you get some sunlight, you put on your favorite Beyonce song, you dance around in the house, you call a girlfriend, you call your mother, you take some cute pictures, you do things to fill you up, you be in the moment, you eat your food, you enjoy your food, you walk, you enjoy the breeze. Like, you stay present and you stay mindful. This is so important, because you're never gonna not need to be mindful and present and living in the moment. A lot of the time when we're having anxiety, fear, all of these emotions, is because we're so hell-bent on what was happening in the past, and we're too focused on what's happening in the future. The thing about it is, you kind of got to be at this sweet spot where you're in the present, you're in the now, but you're preparing for the future. So it's like the thing I told you guys. It's like, I know where I want to go, but I'm going to enjoy this moment. Like a good road trip. Think of a good road trip. Like, let me think, where did I drive to? Okay, I used to live on the East Coast. You guys know I used to live in Philadelphia, and I used to drive to New York. And those would be some of the most fun experiences. I would have my album on. I would in the certain parts, like on a highway, it would just be nothing but these like beautiful trees, and it would just be a vibe. And yes, I was happy to go to New York, but just driving and just getting lost on the road and in my thoughts and jamming to my music or listen to a good podcast, like do stuff like that. You know, be mindful like that. Do it the way it works for you. Your being mindful might mean listening to some Celine Dion, listening to some Jay-Z, listening to some Carrie Underwood or some Afro beats and just acting silly and goofy. That's a part of being mindful. So make it work for you. The biggest thing is that I used to think it had to look a certain way. No, it looks the way you get to do it. It gets to be fun. It gets to be easy. Guys, I'm Lisa. I'm the Self-Mastery Princess. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get this message all over. We want everybody to have mindfulness, peace, love, joy, all that gushy stuff in between. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.